The command, there's a commandment. Hocheach tocheach et amitecha. You should rebuke your friend. There's a commandment in the Torah that if you see someone doing something that is not right, you're supposed to tell them. Oh, how are you supposed to tell them? Well, the Torah tells us that also. Now, there's a lot of people that they really, really enjoy correcting people. Maybe they enjoy it more than anything else. That they can correct people, they can find fault in other people. And there's a tremendous pleasure, which for some reason God has put into the world, that is very tempting to partake of this pleasure, and you shouldn't do it. On the other hand, that should not discourage you from rebuking people. You see somebody doing something wrong, you have to tell them. So how do you tell them? So it says like this. There's a sentence in the Torah that says, Lo sisne es achicha biluvavecha. Don't hate your brother. Hocheach tocheach tamitecha. You should reprove him. So this means this is a precondition for correcting someone. Correcting someone. You're correcting somebody not because you hate the person or because you love to find bad things and correct people. You're correcting a person because you want the person very much to be corrected. You want the person to be good. Right? Like sometimes you say to a person, you shouldn't do that. And the person says, okay, you're right. See, you say back to the person, I don't want to be right. I want you to be right. Right? I want you to be. You see somebody is, the angry. And you go up to the person and say, listen, it's not fitting for you to be angry. You shouldn't get angry. It makes you, go crazy. Your IQ drops like 1,000% when you get angry. And the person says, well, I guess you're right. So listen, I don't want to be right. I want you to be right. That's what it means. How can you rebuke another person? So it says right before that, the sentence before it says, do not hate your brother. This is a precondition for correcting someone. And then the Torah says, v'lo sisal of hate, and you will not, it says, v'lo sisal of hate, and you will not sin because of him. And what does it mean you won't sin? Because if you tell someone to correct himself, and that person does not correct himself, then the fault is you. You're the one responsible, because if your words really came from your heart, and you really wanted the person to change, then because of the truth, then the person would realize the truth. He would see the truth in your eyes and in your heart, and eventually he would change also. And if the person does not change, it's the sign that you did not rebuke him properly, that you didn't really mean it, you didn't really try. Of course, you have to be sure that you're right. You have to be positive that you're right. You can't say a person, don't be a Democrat because I'm not a Democrat or something like that. But it has to be that you're sure that what you're saying is true. But when you are sure that it's true, and you also know that the only reason the person is doing it is because he just doesn't know that it's a bad thing, or he is not aware that he's doing it. So then you take the person aside. It's not so easy. You have to, how you say the right thing is as important as what you say. So in any case, words should come from your heart for the good of the other person, then they'll be effectual. Now let us do the story.